Ha! I've done it! I'm finally the king of the movies on Jag set!
No, I am the king.
Who are you?
I am the Black Badger and the rightful ruler of here, Movies on Jack Studio. And you, sir, I demand you false king, to renounce your claim.
If anyone deserves to be the king around here, it's me. I'm the star of your show.
No, you are to do as the Council of Badgers tell you to. Now, take a seat! Now you sit there, and if you do anything that the teleprompter tells you not to do, you're with the day you met me.
My bad, I kind of late again.
Oh no, you're fine. I was early, so we're all good.
Like normal, basically.
Yeah. So, I guess we should probably get this started.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Movies on Jag. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Lexi.
Today we'll be reviewing Black Panther and discussing game night.
T'Challa, after the death of his father, the king of Wakanda, returns home to the isolated, technologically advanced African nation to succeed to the throne and take its rightful place as king.
All right, so we both got to see this one.
Yeah.
And wow, a lot happened in it. Like, from the beginning, they were just like, action, action, action.
Well, it's kind of cool because the beginning was like classic, like superhero movie. That's what you thought it was. Then it became like more in depth, and it went more into like the characters.
Mm-hmm. And you got to learn about the home of Wakanda, which, I mean, that's what most people that wanted to see this film were excited to see finally on screen.
Because there was a lot of like talk about it, and it was peeped into other films and stuff, but they never actually just outright discussed it or anything.
So let's talk about the story a little bit. What did you think of the story as a whole?
I liked it.
I thought it was a really strong story. Beginning was really good at setting up. The middle really got you to be really invested.
Yeah.
Especially after that second time where he fights to keep the throne. Mm-hmm. You really become invested then because certain people are lost.
Yeah, I mean, that happens with any movie.
Yeah,
you lose a few people, and that really gains like more of a meaning and more of a fight to succeed in what you're doing. And
then the ending, I thought, was a really good conclusion to all the story arcs that were introduced.
Yeah, it tied up all the loose ends mainly.
Yeah.
I liked the villain. He was my favorite.
Oh,
he was a good one.
So honestly, both villains were really strong, but Michael B. Jordan was just fantastic.
He was the best, yeah.
Like, I like Andy Serkis, and I thought him being like the crazy, unhinged villain really worked for him, because you don't really see that usually. Well, you don't usually ever see him on screen. He's usually motion capture, like we discussed last time.
Yeah.
But seeing him on screen as this unhinged character really worked. And then Michael B. Jordan was this very much, he had a purpose for what he was doing. He was a villain with a plan and a reason for that plan.
And you could kind of like not support it, but you could
sympathize.
see his side.
Yeah.
And that's rare with a lot of the villains. Like
especially in the MCU.
Yes, and Loki was the only one that was closest, really.
Yeah, when it comes to the movies, I think Loki, you can really sympathize, and I think this one's going to be one of those, like, you're going to wish we can see more of him.
Like, it makes, like, the main character, which was, T'Challa, it makes him, like, look in, and he knows, like, his weaknesses and exposes that, instead of just, like, oh, I'm a bad guy, I'm going to kill people, just for power. He had actual reasons behind it.
Yeah, like, a good villain really makes your hero second guess themselves, because they need to rethink on their actions and be like, am I really doing the right thing? And he actually does have a really good moment about that, and he comes about and he's like, well, I am doing the right thing, but I need to do some changes that my father didn't do, because we learn more, even though it was kind of hinted at in Captain America, we learn that for sure that each king of Wakanda is the Black Panther at some point.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a title that goes with being king.
Yeah, he had that character development that we kind of could see was going to happen at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and I think it was really cool finally seeing, as somebody who's seen and heard about the spirit realm of the Black Panther universe, I thought it was really cool to see that. It was kind of like a whole, to put it for those of you that haven't seen Black Panther or haven't read the comics or anything, think of like a Lion King moment where he's talking to his father. Is really what it's kind.
Yeah.
It's really like Mufasa and Simba talking, except in this case, Mufasa isn't as good at giving the wisdom that.
He literally doesn't come from the clouds. It's like, listen to your heart.
Yeah,
do what you need to do.
It's more of like he gets taken into the spirit realm and he sees his father and he.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty good. Post-credit scenes. It's an MCU film. I mean.
They're going to be there.
They're going to be there, which you would think after 10 years of MCU films, people would learn to stay in the movies for at least the first one.
Oh, I went and saw a Marvel film with someone, and he just kept me wanting to leave, and I'm like, no, you got to sit down. And he's like, Lexi, the movie's over. I'm like, no, it's not.
Because, I mean, like we discussed last time, it's been 10 years now, which is insane. Like, I forget how many movies at this point they're in, but the fact that you can go and see Black Panther without seeing, honestly, you don't need to see any other film. You can see Captain America: Civil War, and that might help you get a little bit more of an understanding of T'Challa. But if you choose not to and you just go straight into Black Panther, you're not going to miss anything.
Because it's his own universe, it's its own world, basically. Both it's in our world.
And I think that's the smart thing about MCU films is you can go see a certain hero and only see that hero's movies and still not miss anything too big.
Yeah.
Because they'll still explain it to you if you haven't seen it.
And then,
So overall, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the cinematography was my favorite.
Oh, yes.
Really
and then the fight scenes were really well choreographed.
Yeah.
Like all of them. There were like 4 real big action pieces.
Who was it? It was her name Shara or?
You're talking about the sister or?
I think it's his sister.
Okay, Sherry.
Yeah, she was my favorite, so.
Yeah, she's really good. And Martin Freeman was like, he plays a Martin Freeman character where he's like, I don't want to go on this adventure. I guess I'm going on this adventure. Which is every Martin Freeman character ever.
Classic Bilbo.
I mean, he's been doing that since like Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah.
Alright, so I recommend it. Even if you're not an MCU fan.
It's a good red box.
Yeah.
If you can't find anything else, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
If it as soon as it comes out, you should probably get it.
Yeah.
Because I will. So, what are we going to be seeing next week?
Okay, next week we'll be discussing Game Night. Game Night is an action black comedy film directed by John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein and written by Mark Perez. The film stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams and follows a group of friends whose game night turns into a murder mystery. So this is one I've seen a good number of trailers for, and I know I'm going to go see it with friends anyways. So it kind of works that we're going to see it for this.
Yeah.
It's really hilarious. Basically, Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams, they're part of the friends that are invited to this game night.
I know they've had a few game nights where they've hosted it and stuff, and they're like, oh, we're going to change it up and host it here. And this guy takes it way too far. He's like, heck yeah.
Yeah, basically he's like, let's do a murder mystery night. And so the whole idea is that they think that the murder mystery is fake when it's potentially real. Like he actually, the guy hosting gets kidnapped right in front of them and they're like, oh, that's hilarious, good one. And it's like, they think it's all actors and stuff.
Oh, it is real?
The way the trailers have presented.
Okay, see, I thought it was something you just went way out of the way.
Well, from the way the trailers have presented it, it looks like it was real. But it could easily be just a plot twist that it turns out. But I guess we'll have to see to find out.
Either way, it's probably going to be funny. And I love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's
And Jason Bateman's always hilarious.
Yes.
But there's this really hilarious scene in the trailer where he's biting on this chew toy because he got shot, and so they're trying to put the alcohol on him, and she's like, here, bite down on this because this is gonna sting, and he's like, and she starts doing it and he starts squeaking and she's like, yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? And he's like, but honestly, this is gonna be a fun movie.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think this will definitely shift from, it's kind of a shift in genres. It still has that action element, but.
Yeah, but it's a comedy, and it's I guess you said it's kind of like a dark comedy because some crap goes down, but.
Yeah, which I'm honestly more of a fan of dark comedy than actual comedy.
Yeah. I mean, I love rom-coms, but I'll deal with that too.
Yeah. So if you'll excuse me, I need to go do something. resources, I should finally be able to take over this studio.
Oh no, sir, not as long as I am the Black Badger. Thanks for watching Movies on Jag. Be sure to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And if you live on the campus dorms, check out our channel on channel 61.1. See y'all next week. Thanks for watching.